The yard guardian of the little cat Mimi in the yard of my grandma's house. There lives a little cat named Mimi. It has a coat of soft orange and white fur, like a layer of cotton that has been exposed to the sun. Its round blue eyes are like two transparent glass beads, and a gentle flick of its tail exudes a sense of wit. Mimi usually likes to lie on the windowsill and bask in the sun. But as soon as its friends get into trouble, it immediately becomes the most reliable little guardian. One early morning, just as Mimi was squatting beside the chicken coop, watching the chicks peck at the rice, she suddenly heard a squeaking sound coming from the granary. It was the little mouse stealing the grain. Mimi immediately pricked up her ears, tiptoed gently to the door of the granary, and fixed her eyes tightly on the rat hole, just as the little mouse was about to stick its head out with a grain of wheat in its mouth. Mimi pounced on it with a whoosh, gently pressing the mouse with its paws, not wanting to scratch it, and carried it to the grass outside the yard. It let out a low meow as if saying, "Don't come and steal food anymore." Grandma noticed that there were still many grains of wheat in the granary. She smiled and patted Mimi's head, saying, "Our Mimi is really a little expert at protecting the grain." In the morning, Mimi was chasing butterflies under the locust tree in the yard. Suddenly, she saw a little sparrow chirping anxiously on the branch. Its nest had been blown off the ground by the wind, and there were still little sparrow babies without feathers inside. Mimi hurried over and gently pushed the bird's nest against the low wall under the tree with her nose. She then carried a few soft pieces of dry grass and carefully spread them inside the bird's nest. Shoo flew down, ruffled her wings against Mimi, and carried a small red fruit in her mouth, placing it in front of Mimi as if giving her a thank you gift. At noon, the little brother of the neighbor, Lele, came to play in the yard. By accident, he dropped his favorite toy bear into the bushes in the flower bed. The branches were so dense that Lele couldn't reach it no matter how hard he tried. He was so anxious that he almost cried. Mimi hurried over, crawled into the bushes, gently bit the little bear's coat corner with her mouth, and slowly pulled it out. Lele held the little bear and happily hugged Mimi's neck, saying, "Mimi, you are so amazing." He also shared his small cookies with Mimi. In the evening, the setting sun dyed the courtyard orange. Mimi was lying beside her grandma's rattan chair, surrounded by Lele Juju and the chicks who had just come back from school. They were all basking in the sun together. Mimi was chewing a small cookie, her tail gently sweeping the ground. Suddenly, she felt that being able to help everyone solve problems was even more enjoyable than chasing butterflies or basking in the sun. It turns out that even a tiny cat can, with its own wit and gentleness, become a little sun in the yard, bringing safety and happiness to every friend. When the moon rose, Mimi was still patrolling the yard, occasionally meowing at the night sky a couple of times, as if greeting the stars. The yard was quiet, with only the chirping of insects and Mimi's soft footsteps. But because of Mimi, this small yard became warmer and more lively. Such days were sweeter than small cookies and more comfortable than the soft fur that had been exposed to the sun.